This video presents a quick review of the resources you have available to you while you're conducting research if you're in an English 112 or English 114 course. First, we have the library resources. Any of the resources available to you through Holt Library are acceptable as sources for either your essay in English 112 or for your research project in English 114. One of the best resources available to you is NC Live. Through NC Live, you have access to articles, electronic books, video, audio, language learning, and then you can also search by subject. So if I type in my search terms, keep in mind that you want to use specific search terms that are geared towards your research question, and you also want to keep in mind Boolean operators like and, or using quotation marks to search for specific phrases. Once I type in those terms, my search results are broken down into different types of sources. So I have scholarly articles, news and magazine articles, ebooks, databases by title, and videos as well. I do want to make sure that I take a look at those scholarly articles because that's going to give me access to peer-reviewed studies that have been conducted, which will give me more reliable sources and credible results. Once I'm here, I can use these tools on the left-hand side to filter my search results. So I can limit it by publication date and keep the rule of 5 in mind. When you're looking for more recent resources, you want your sources to have been published generally within the last 5 years. You also want to make sure that you check scholarly and peer review. That means that a panel of experts within that field has reviewed that particular piece of writing. Once I click on a resource, it will take me to a page that looks like this. If you do have access to the PDF, make sure you use that version. You can download it and save it to your computer or to your flash drive. And the reason why you want to use the PDF version is that it will give you the page numbers that you need for your in-text citations. So for example, if I took a quote from this page, I have the original page number here. If I'm looking at the HTML version of the article, I will not have access to the page numbers, which makes putting together the in-text citations a little more challenging. Do make sure that you save it so you can download and save the PDF, or you can email it to yourself. Don't use the save tool here because it will only save it for that research session, and you most likely won't be able to access it again. If you want to cite it, you'll click the Cite tool on the right-hand side. If you're using APA documentation, you'll want to choose 6th edition, which is the most recent, and then you can copy and paste the citation onto your references page. If you're using MLA, you'll click the drop-down menu and choose MLA 8th edition. And then here you'll copy and paste the MLA citation and paste it onto your works cited page. Going back to the library page, you have access to Academic Search Premier, which is a great one for a lot of essays. You have access to ERIC, to Health Source databases, and then to also to Points of View Reference Center. Any of these are fine to use for your essays, any of the research databases listed here. And you can also, of course, look through the copies of the books that they have in the library, and you can find whether those books are available through the Holt Library catalog. Your second option is to use Google Scholar. When you get to Google Scholar, you'll use your search terms as well as a Boolean operator to filter your results more effectively. When you use Google Scholar, you're going to be given access to different resources, which will be scholarly in nature. There are some limitations to Google Scholar. Often you'll only be given access to the abstract, and if you can only find the abstract of a resource, you really should not use it. You need to have access to the full text in order to get all of the information you need to quote accurately. However, sometimes you are given access to the full resource. So if you do find a link to a resource where you have access to the full text, you can use it. You can also limit it by publication date over here, and you can also check out articles that have cited an article listed in your search results, which can help you find more recent articles that are published on the same topic. Your final option is to just do a Google search. So you can type in your search terms, women's health and pollution, using that Boolean operator. And then when I get to this page, I'll want to filter my results by doing an advanced search. Remember that the .gov sites are the ones that are approved for essays and research projects. To do my advanced search, I'll click Settings, then I'll choose Advanced Search. And here I can change my search terms if I would like to. I can change the language, and I can also choose the date of last update. So if I'm looking for a really recent resource, I can put within the past year. Here is where I will type in .gov and then click Advanced Search. Now all of the search results that I have are .gov websites. And any of these resources are fine to use for your essay or for a project. So use the resources available to you. And if you ever get stuck during the research project or process, I encourage you to come see me and to ask questions. And I would also encourage you to go see a reference librarian in the Holt Library. Let them know that you're having trouble, let them know what kind of information you're looking for, and they will sit down and help you look for sources.